I do think I think too much. But overthinking doesn't really get you anywhere. It just makes you more depressed.
I think it's good to think though. Like, I think it's better to think, and then it's a balance. Like, some people just always have themselves distracted so they don't have to think, and then they end up unhappy. And some people overthink, leaving themselves to shut themselves away and then become unhappy.
Being a kid with ADHD, I never thought. My life was not thinking.
It was just act.
But as I've got older, I've sort of learned how to think a bit more. And because of who I am, I have to think about simple things that I'm doing. Like if I'm in a group of, we went to Pete's house the other day, and we were all sitting in the lounge, and there was those other girls there or whatever, and there was just like a group of people. I felt, while I did feel comfortable, before I was speaking, I have to really think about what I'm saying, and really think what I'm saying. Is it gonna, like, what sort of, what effect is it gonna have on the group? Like, I do have to think about what I'm saying before I say it, and that becomes massively exhausting. Like, it's so draining.
Is it hard for you to just find what would be appropriate for situations?
Yeah, especially when I'm in a room full of lots of people, because if I don't think, I'll just end up saying something out loud stupid without even thinking about it, or I'll just say something dumb. Or like the other day at work, this girl called Sarah was saying about how she was like, we were talking about cancer or something, and she went, oh yeah, my cousins or my uncles or something, her friends or her cousin's auntie died of that, or something like that, like something not really related to her. And I was like, oh, she's dead then. just as like a dark comedy. I didn't even really think about it. It was just like, oh, cancer, she's dead then. Like, it just came out my mouth, and she got really offended by it and was really upset. Well, she did overreact because she's an idiot. Not because she's an idiot,
still not
but
the best thing to say.
No, it isn't obviously the best thing to say. And obviously I apologised, and I was like, yeah, listen, I just wasn't thinking at all, because I was just comfortable, and I just ran. I didn't even think it. It just came out. Like, it wasn't what I would say. It was just a thought I had, just decided to come out. And if I'm not careful, those things do just happen. Like, I have to think so much, and it becomes so exhausting that it's easier just to not think at all. Like, I have these weeks where I just feel like a nugget, and I just don't think about anything, because it's so much more relaxing to just not think about anything than to think.
Yeah, but then you get nowhere.
No, it's not true.
What?
I have like these two sort of mood swings. Either I go into a state where I just think about everything way too much and end up don't saying anything because I'm thinking so much.
When you overthink, you think of all the different...
You second guess yourself, and you end up not saying what you would say because you're scared it's going to have some
when I overthink, I think of like all the different
possibilities.
Yeah, well, like, it just all contradicts itself.
And then you second guess yourself, and then you're just not making any progress at all. Yeah. Well, I either do that, I either overthink and just don't do anything, or I don't think enough and I just become a nugget. Either way, I end up not doing anything. It's all about finding that balance.
That's literally everything with life.
But it's a lot more difficult for me.
Yeah. Well, not everyone's the same. If they were, it'd be boring.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got to deal with your own stuff, haven't you?
Aye.
But it's like... Yeah. I quite like having baths. Just sit... Like, not even fucking have, like, bubbles or anything. Just fucking sit in a tub of water and just...
Think.
Not have any music on, just think.
Yeah.
Like, you're just in that state. That's where I come up with most of my ideas, in the bath.
Yeah.
Like, when there's no music on or anything, I'm just left to my mind. It's quite good. I think that's why a lot of people like do
Well,
that.
it's
They
like relaxation.
Yeah, they just kind of like meditate or something, find something. But I don't think it's a good thing to rely on. Like relying on something for like creativity or anything.
Well, it's not that you're relying it. It's like you can feel stressed
but-
in your situations, and you're just going for a place of calm, aren't you? It's not that you're relying on it to get ideas.
Yeah, but
it's
I know
just
there are
easier
some
for you
people
to-
that do. Like,
It's just easier for you to find your ideas when you're in a relaxed state of mind. I don't have any issue finding ideas. Like, I'm full of like imagination. I just I sometimes find it hard to tap into that imagination because I'm so busy being a depressed arsehole and being like, you've probably experienced it with me before, where I sit down just like this, you know,
yeah.
and I'm just sitting, not
People
saying
don't like that.
anything
You've probably
because I'm just
seen me
thinking.
like that lots of.
You don't do it a lot.
Really? I feel like I'm always just.
Moody thinking. Life's just life, though, isn't it? You just got to live it, love it, and do what makes you happy.
I guess I've always been quiet though.
Yeah. I'm massively more quiet than I used to be.
Yeah, I know you. You used to be a little ADHD kid during school.
I like that. I like that I'm actually in control of myself now.
Yeah, it's good.
I just wish there was a bit more complexity to my control rather than just the two settings. I wrote something down. I don't know if I really want to share it. But
What do you mean?
I wrote something down on my notepad. When I was in the height of like one of these moods, and I thought, well, someone said to me at work, when next time you get like that, you should write down exactly what you're thinking, word for word.
Right.
So I did, and that's what I wrote down.
So what, you just feel like lost? Lost track. Sounds like you're overwhelmed.
With thoughts.
Yeah.
And I get like that all the time.
Who told you to write down?
Tom just said, yeah, just write it down.
Did it help?
Yeah, it did actually. It really, because I never really thought about it that way. When I just wrote
Clears
down
things
exactly
up
what
when
it
you
felt
write
like,
stuff down.
it sort of writes it on a plate, especially
Yeah.
since your emotions come and go and your feelings can just be there for like 10 seconds. So if you write them down, you know exactly what you're thinking at that time. We'll just say communication is so important. Like, if you
Definitely.
think your thoughts, while they're amazing and they're so valid and these are great, if you keep them to yourself, what good is that? It's not helping anyone, is
That's
it?
what I did during college. I didn't really have anyone to
Shove your
necessarily,
thoughts on.
open up to. I just kind of kept it to myself.
I was a massive skeptic in college. Like, I would look on everyone and I would just be like, not that I'm better.
I just feel sorry for myself during college.
Yeah, I was a bit sorry for myself. And I didn't really want to get involved with anyone because I just thought I'm fine on my own. Like, I don't know. I didn't really want to. But I would have had such a better time if I actually just spoke to people and made friends.
Yeah.
I did make friends, but I didn't, like, it wasn't like the type of friend level we are.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really
They
make
weren't
friends.
close, yeah.